What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. All right, so I have a channel message for us today, and this channel message is about no chains can stop your calling. So, if you've ever felt like an outsider, this message is for you. So, you are meant to be somewhere, but you feel like there are gatekeepers or some sort of roadblocks or just circumstances, situations, or conditions that has locked you out of whatever it is that you feel like you're supposed to be in. So the message is the moment you realize that the gatekeepers and the chains don't matter and your perspective change, your only job is for you to be ready. Be ready for the call. Be ready for when God gives you the signs and synchronicities. And be ready for when the doors open. Because these doors are the doors that nobody can shut you out of. Your focus shouldn't be on the barrier, but on being your best self, your true, authentic self. So, we're in this season now where we're stopping the worrying about who's keeping us out of anything, searching the anything that we want, because nobody have any power over us. So we focus on being the person that the universe, source, God, Buddha, Allah, all there is, all there will be, the archangels, the ancestors, the nameless one, all of that has called us to be. So when it's your time, no door, no gate, no devil, nothing can stop it and stand in your way. When you are called to become, that's who you are going to become. When you are called to do a specific task, a specific job, the only thing you have to worry about is the doing of that thing. Because it doesn't matter. There are people out there in the world who wants you to show up how they want you to show up. They want you to do something a specific way. They want you to do it their way. And their way is not your specific way. So the first card that I pulled out that made me get this message is the outsider card. This message is for somebody who feels like they have been an outsider. That they got this gate, they got this wall, something that's standing in the way. But when you step back and take a closer look, there isn't even a chain. This door isn't even locked. There's nothing keeping you out. Nothing and no one can stand in your way. Not even yourself. And so we got to get into a space of not giving people our power because they don't have any power over us. So the first card is the mechanisms of creation, the collapsing process. So we're collapsing this old identity, we're collapsing away the old narratives, the old projections. This card is the projection mechanism, the way consciousness projects itself and its form that is our perceived reality. The world you see is a projection of your inner experience. So you may be internally keeping yourself away from these things that you want to do. You may have a calling on yourself to become a specific person, or you may have a task that you have placed upon yourself. You may have given yourself some sort of self fulfilling prophecy. And you may have this narrative inside of you that's telling you that you won't be able to do it, that you are outside of this particular thing, because there's still this outsider energy. We have the hangman card in the first card. But even though you're outside of the group, you're in this energy of being like pondering, and you're retreating, but you're also becoming enlightened to the truth that the world you see is just a projection of the voice you have on the inside. And so the more time you spend with yourself and understand that nobody is shutting you out, or nobody can shut you out or deny you of anything, then you'll start to see that it's just a projection. You'll start to see that this is a false narrative. One, most of the time, we're making up these narratives ourselves because we are the author and the director and the writer, the producer, the actor, the actress of our own realities. And so we're moving into that. We're moving into that perspective. We're moving into that awareness. So let's see what's going on behind the scenes. What even started this projection of making us feel like we were the outsider, or feeling like somebody is trying to keep us out of something? Where did that idea come from? So, work. It says 8 of Coins, work, pay raise, grind. So I feel like it has been a condition. It has been like something that has been built and created over time. It may have come from a work environment or an outer working system that has been at play for some time, and that you have fallen, um, and I don't want to say victim, because there are no victims. We we don't have a victim mentality, but there has been something that has been trying to work on you, and something that you have been working on that has been trying to make you feel like you need to grind more than you actually really have to. So it could be your work environment that is projecting this outsider energy on you. It also could be family. Your community is making you feel like an outsider to some sort of degree, and you're becoming enlightened to this narrative within yourself. What's the positive? The positive is the Sun card. So we have optimism, happiness, positivity. So once you start to become happy with your own self, once you start to become happy and optimistic about your reality, your experiences, your future, what it is that you want for yourself, you'll understand that nothing and no one can stand in your way, not even yourself. You'll also begin to shine. This is what I'm hearing. Like you're about to shine. And it's also the work that you're putting into yourself while you're in this hanged man outsider energy currently too. And I'm also getting that this is divine timing at play. Sometimes we're being like in this state of isolation so that we can become aware of all of this information. This is being downloaded, and we're beginning to go through this upgrade phase. So, low vibrational energy is Page of Swords. So it's someone that is curious and alert and vigilant about keeping this narrative going, or it's just something, some sort of propaganda that is at play. And up under that card was also the Three of Cups. So someone is like celebrating this information. Like this is a low vibrational energy that is celebrating this information. Some sort of party has been alerted as to you becoming aware that they no longer have any power over you. And so where they once was celebrating, having the ability to control you, they no longer have that ability because you have separated yourself from this. It wasn't even the fact that you was actually an outsider. You was just outside of their control. And the they could be just some metaphysical, metaphorical being, okay? Take it how it applies. So, moving beyond that point, because you're becoming enlightened about this. Yes, you're starting to manifest your own reality. You're conjuring the things that you want to see. And that's the truth at the bottom of the deck. That's the truth about this. You're having clarity. You are breaking through those walls. You are breaking through that gate. You're breaking through those doors. Not just because you're looking for someone to give you the key, or you're looking for someone to give you the answer. You realize that you yourself is the answer. Let's get an affirmation card to close it out. And I just really wanted this to be like a short message anyway. I don't want to make it long and drawn out, but there are no chains that can stop you from whatever it is that you feel called to becoming or doing. So it says, I will praise success wherever I see it. When you find yourself critical of the way anyone has attracted or is using money, you are pushing money away from you. But when you realize that what others do with money has nothing to do with you, and that your primary work is to think and speak and do what feels good to you, then you will be in alignment not only about the subject of money, but about every important subject in your physical experience. So again, this doesn't even have to be about money, even though we do have work and pay raise and grind with the 8 of coins in the behind the scenes. Like it could have been about your perception of success in the workplace. It could have been about your perspective about what you were receiving in terms of uh, like a check or your money or whatever. But it doesn't necessarily have to be that. It could be mostly about the way you feel. So you're being in this space of understanding that you're not really paying attention to other people's control of their happiness and what they're celebrating in their life, their mental attitude. You're focusing on your own mental attitude. You're separating yourself from what it looks like on the outside, and you're pondering your own internal happiness. You're pondering your own internal individual work that it takes for you to be happy, for you to receive and conjure and manifest your own experience and what it looks like and the way it looks like for you. So that's the message. And I hope the message resonates with somebody out there. And if it does, hit that thumbs up button, and I will see y'all in the next one.